Alright, what's up, guys? Now, where were we before we were so rudely interrupted by that low battery warning? Oh, yeah, we were talking about the wing and crash proofing. And like I said, this P-40 looks nice. I got it all set up. I got it all repainted. I still got to do some touch up, though. So I ran out of paint and I ran out of thinner. So I got to make a trip to the hobby store tomorrow. And I'm going to get some more paint, some more thinner. And yeah, I ended up putting it on a little heavier than expected and used up all my paint. So that's okay. Hey, you know what? It just gives it a better finish. And like I was saying about that crash proofing, once I puttied up all this and those holes I drilled to put the rods in, puttied it all up with filler, sanded it smooth, and she looks good. And also I reinforced the nose here too, following Steve's instructions. I took about 1-inch rods, cut them in 6 rods, 1 inch long, and that curvature part here, I stuck those rods right into that curvature part using the carbon rods with the Gorilla Glue. And when that Gorilla Glue dries, it expands and is hard as a rock. And that's what takes up the space of these rods and locks them in. They will not come out. You end up tearing something up just to get them out. But I also gave it some more nose armor too. I took some plastic and hot glued it inside the nose here. I had to pull the motor out to do it. And now that this nose is rock hard, because one thing I noticed on YouTube about this P-40, when these guys do crash them, it breaks right here. It breaks the nose off right here. So that's why I got all those rods running through there to give it a skeleton to resist that breaking, and it damages the nose. So this nose right now is rock hard, and she'll hold up in any kind of crash, thus reducing your damage. And the wing, we were talking about the wing. How you like that wing? That wing looks pretty, doesn't it? I got 4 rods in the wing. Now Steve, what he does, he'll drill a hole in the wing tip and run rods all the way through the wing, the length of the wings. Now I was able to get 2 in there. My method's a little different from his. I usually chop a corner out of the wing tip, which gives me a flat surface to drill through. And I got 2 rods running in here. Here, I got 1 here, and 1 here at the leading edge. And be honest with you, this wing is more sturdier. Even though they do have 1 plastic rod running all the way through with a joiner, a fiberglass tube that they use to join the wings together. I still added an extra spar here at the bottom, about right there, because I wanted my wings joined. Even though they have it set where you can pull the wings apart, I join my wings. I feel better that way. So I joined them, I glued them, and I put an extra rod in there. So I guess you say I got 5 rods in here. And believe me, this wing is sturdier. Now before you say it, because I know someone's going to say it, crash proofing does add weight. Yes, it does. But using a bigger battery is what counters that weight. And also balancing it, balance it well. For some reason, I've been seeing a lot of guys on YouTube going out there with tail heavy planes. I'd rather be nose heavy than tail heavy. All you experienced pilots out there know. You fly a tail heavy plane once, but a nose heavy plane can fly again. Because if you ever flown a plane that was tail heavy, it's impossible. Now if you overweight the nose, that has happened when I flew that Horton, being my first flying wing. I overweighted the nose. How, I don't know, but I did. And she flew it good at speed, but coming in slow, she porpoised, and I had to winch her in and bring her in hot to get her to land. But if you balance it just right, because I already balanced that Hellcat back there, and the way I balance mine, I still balance mine. I got a balancing machine, and instead of just making it level when I level mine out, I always take like a penny, something light, a penny or a washer, because I want it slightly nose heavy. For me, nose heavy planes fly better to me. So I always make mine slightly nose heavy. Everybody has their own preference, but that's just my way of doing it. Anyway, getting back to this wing. Getting back to this, here's the star decal right there. That's going to go on that fuselage right here. Yeah, about right here. Because I'm going to have numbers going right here. And that's going to look real good. And let's see. On the wing, I'm going to have one right there on the wing. And okay, I got to show you the underside. Look how pretty that underside looks in just gray. And let's see. I think it's on this side. I'm going to have U.S. Army. Yeah, U.S. Army right there. See that? I think the U.S. is going to go on the other wing, but that's going to be U.S. Army on the other side with a star. So that's how it's going to look. But like I said, I ran out of paint, so I got to go make a trip to the hobby place and get some more paint so I can finish her up. And once I finish her up, show you the inside. The canopy is going to be the last thing I do. I already got, like I said, the pilots in there. I started the dash, and that looks good. I found a dash decal I'm going to put up here so it looks a little more authentic. I'm going to paint up the dash and paint up the pilot. I even got to get some paint for the pilot too. But that looks good. Let me show you the inside here. As you can see, I already got my elevator and rudder servos zeroed. I put in my new receiver here, and I cleaned up all these wires too. These wires here were all over the place. I just got a couple electrical ties like here and there, and I cleaned them up. Made sure that make sure everything was nice and neat so nothing interferes with anything. There's the power line right there for the battery. I'm going to change this because I like certain plugs. I don't care for those plugs. And I got those two plugs that plug in right here when I get for the wings. And that's all, which is a nice little circuit board they got there. But I advise everybody when you're doing your cockpit, make sure that you keep it clean and neat so nothing interferes, nothing pops loose. Make sure you're, as old B1 Bob used to say, your MCU, mess control unit, is working when you build your planes. Keep your mess contained. Mess control unit. So anyway, that's where I am right now. Like I said, I wasn't loafing too much, but I feel like I said, thank you guys for wishing me best of health. Don't that thing look nice? I mean, it's just something about a regular P-40 that just grabs you, doesn't it? It just grabs you. You know, even though the tiger teeth are awesome, but just a regular P-40 just grabs you. And this P-40B was perfect. So I'm gonna get some more work done to it. Tomorrow I'm running out to the hobby place and get some more paints. Get this baby touched up for you so we can get some decals on. You're gonna like that. So in the meantime, thank you guys for well-wishing me. I'm doing a lot better, and I hope these doctors let me go back to work. So, have a good one.